Adventure effects were released for the first time in 2024, and since then, they've become a must-use for players looking to optimize their Pokemon grind, if you can afford them. These effects not only cost quite a bit of Stardust, but also a load of valuable legendary candy, and with 6 unique ones to use, which are actually worth your hard-earned resources. To figure that out, I'm testing each and every adventure effect in Pokemon Go and rating them on a scale of 5 stars, with 5 stars being the best. I'll be comparing their cost, utility, and experience. And first, we're going to start with one of the first ever adventure effects ever released, Roar of Time on Dialga. We got this boy back in 2024 during the Sinnoh Tour era, and it has honestly been one of the most useful ones yet. But how useful is it compared to the others? Let's find out. For starters, the adventure effect costs 5,000 Stardust and 5 Dialga candy, and it lasts for 6 minutes, so this is the least duration out of all of the adventure effects. But that doesn't mean it's the least useful. And what Roar of Time does is basically pause the timer on premium things. So we're gonna wanna drop a Lucky Egg, Star Piece, go back, use Roar of Time. We're only using it once, 5,000 dust and 5 candies. Here's what the animation looks like, which is definitely like, man, when this came out, we were all pretty excited about it. Okay, we've got 6 minutes, we've gotta go quickly. And of course, we're using the daily incense, which can give the Galarian birds and maybe the shiny ones. Let's see what we can get, starting with Smoliv, Venonat, Wooloo, Nibble, Grookey, Scorbunny, Shuppet, Tranquil, Yungoos, and it's about to run out. But what's not about to run out are our premium items, because we still have the full 30 minutes and 15 minutes on each of them, which is the beauty with Roar of Time. And strategically speaking, the best way to use this is with the daily incense. It's what we've all done, and we gotta, oh, not the Baltoy. Roar of Time can give you up to a 24-hour daily incense, so if you need a Galarian bird, that is the thing to use. It's definitely the absolute best for that. Got the Grimer. Now granted, only using it once just gives you 6 minutes, so you're not gonna, as we saw, find a whole lot with that. But if you wanted to max out Roar of Time, it would cost you 100,000 Stardust and 100 Dialga candy for 2 hours, which is 2 hours of extra daily incense. Super useful. Now let's see what else we get from this daily incense. Maybe we do get a bird. Guarantee you're gonna pronounce this wrong. What does it say? Right here. Ah, Corey, what does this bag say?
Gruds.
No. Tom, what does this bag say?
Gruns.
No. Jake?
Huh? Gruns?
No. Corey, please.
Greens.
No. Maximus, please.
Gruns.
It's pronounced Groons.
Oh.
It's Groons, and it's growing to change your life. Really, it says it on the back of the bag. See? I'm kidding. But check this out though. Each gummy contains 60 ingredients: whole food vegetables, whole food fruits, vitamins and minerals, super mushrooms, antioxidants, adaptogens, gut health prebiotics, vegan, gluten-free, nut-free, dairy-free, no artificial colors, and no artificial flavors. Like, imagine what this could do for your personal health. I don't want to imagine it. Ah, look at this. The bag has a bunch of bags of snack packs, which is your serving size per day, 8 gummies. Look how cute it is. Look at them. So cute, I can just bite your little head off. That's a good chew and a nice flavor. And the power these have in them. Okay, so what is this? Groons is a gummy that has 100% of your daily needs for safe vitamins and is more bioavailable, meaning when you eat it, it's absorbed by your body easier, which helps you hit your nutrient levels more efficiently. Plus, with supplement pills, you are quite literally pissing away your vitamins and nutrients, which is why we got gummies. Fun fact, drinking water with your supplements can decrease your supplement's efficiency. So, chewing on them though, on the other hand, and these cute little green bad boys contain gut health ingredients, biotin, which is good for your hair, nails, and skin. And they've got vitamin C, mushrooms, energy, a bunch of other great things, all packed into each cute little gummy. And again, you got snack packs, 8 gummies, 1 serving per day. And the best part is you can get Groons for up to 52% off using the link down in the description below. Huge shout out to Groons for the sponsorship for today's video. And now that all of you can pronounce it right, I can leave. Job's done. Thank you to Groons for the sponsor. See you all back in the video. No, this technically wasn't from the Daily Incense, but I hatched a shiny Bonsly while on the walk here. This is one of my favorite Pokemon. Well, Sudowoodo, so Bonsly's the baby. Sick. Oh my god. Oh my god, we got one. Yes, we actually got one. What? No way, dude. This is like in the last minute of the Daily Incense. This is insane. This is insane. Okay, 3,081. Okay, honestly, there's other adventure effects that would work much better with this moment right now, but this moment's only possible, and the Articuno is only possible because of the adventure effect. Like, this came in the last 2 minutes of the daily incense, which we wouldn't have had if we didn't use Roar of Time, which is so sick. So I have a Master Ball. It's 3081 CP weather boosted. We're not gonna use it on it, but this is great. And a great showing of Roar of Time. And this is what it's, again, mainly useful is the Galarian birds and trying to find these guys. So if you need them, this is the best one. But when it comes to no, I missed it. When it comes to ranking it on our scale, no. Oh, and there it is. Well, 32 Pokemon on the Daily Incense. That's really good. When it comes to rating Roar of Time, for cost, I'm gonna put a 1 star out of 5. And that's because this is one of the more expensive adventure effects and it only lasts 6 minutes. So you're getting like the least amount of time for the same price as a lot of the other ones. And this is Dialga Candy, 5 Dialga Candy, which is relatively expensive because it's really hard to come by, especially if you don't raid a ton or have a bunch of money to spend on raid passes. In 2 hours, 100,000 Stardust and 100 candy is like a lot. So cost is 1. As for utility, I'd give it a 3 out of 5. And the reason why that's low is because the only real utility of Roar of Time are the Galarian birds, is using it so you can get a longer daily incense so you can find the Galarian birds. Don't get me wrong, it is nice to be able to pause your premium items like Stardust and XP, but with the amount of Stardust that you're spending to use Roar of Time, you're not gonna make it back, you know what I'm saying, by extending it. Unless you're going like absolutely ham and getting over 5,000 Stardust every 6 minutes, which is kind of hard to do. And then experience, I'm gonna also give it like a 2. The experience of using it is cool visually just because like you see the timer pause, but it doesn't really change too much about the gameplay experience in terms of like making it more fun and exciting. And now it's time to use the next one, Origin Form Palkia and the move Spatial Rend, which costs 5,000 dust, 5 Palkia candies, the last 10 minutes, and expands the radius of Pokemon that you can see on your map to 2 times as many. So let's use this, 5,000 dust, 5 candies. Here's the animation, which just looks fantastic. This is definitely a great animation. And then it's on. As you can see, we have this like really, really cool effect happening on the map that shows off the extra spawn radius. Also a new event just started right now, which actually features spawns that I am looking for in the wild right now. So this is kind of perfect timing, and we should walk around and take advantage of this. And what better place to test this adventure effect than here at the Santa Monica Pier? Because as you can see, there's lures down and a lot of spawns, and we're getting this bonus Adventure Sync Spatial Rend, which can maybe give us a brand new shiny. Bruxish is what we're looking for during this event. This will give you an idea of kind of how Spatial Rend works. As you can see, we're able to see spawns way out of the radius, super far away, like the Magikarp. And I've used this plenty of times when there's a Pokemon spawn across the street that I can't reach, so I'll Spatial Rend real quick and be able to catch it. This was really helpful during the mighty Pokemon spawns of the event last year. And for somewhere like the Santa Monica Pier, as you can see, there's so many spawns here, so being able to reach all of them from kind of anywhere you're standing is like fantastic, very helpful. Strategically speaking, the best way to use this adventure effect is during events like Community Day or during the Go Fest events or the tour events where there's a lot of Pokemon spawning all around you. And the more you find, the better you do, because maybe the shiny rates are raised or there's specific rare spawns you're looking for. This is easily the most useful adventure effect for big events, for a lot of spawns, for boosted shiny rates, and for normal events, like now, where you're trying to find like shiny Bruxish, for example. This adventure effect is absolutely fantastic. And it just ran out for me. Let's rate it. Starting off with cost, and honestly, 5,000 dust and 5 candies for 10 minutes, and in order to get the 2 full hours, it's only 60,000 dust and 60 candies, which is still a lot, but it's not the 100,000 and 100 of Roar of Time. Out of 5 stars, I'm gonna give this a 4. It's still really expensive, like 60,000 dust is kind of a lot, and also 60 Palkia candy is a lot to get, especially if you don't pay a ton for raids. But for what you get from it, this is a really, really good price. In terms of utility, I'm gonna give this a 5 stars. The reason why is because I think this is the most useful adventure effect out of all of them. Being able to see 2 times the amount of spawns is literally game-changing, again, for the events that usually matter the most, like Go Fest, which most of us will typically pay for. Pay to find more spawns, you're gonna wanna find more spawns, and this will help you do it. And then for experience, the gameplay experience of it all, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. It's very cool that you see the extra spawn radius go around. Visually, the game looks and feels a little bit different, and overall, it's just kind of a very like cool experience to use the adventure effect. Spatial Rend, very good. Time for the next effect, which is on Dawn Wings Necrozma, one of my favorites. and it is Moongeist Beam, which attracts Pokemon that only spawn during the nighttime and allows you to evolve to Pokemon you can only evolve to at night, which we're absolutely going to test. And for 3,000 Stardust and 3 candies, you get 10 minutes of these nighttime spawns. So let's activate this. Here's what the animation looks like, which also just looks really insane, honestly. This one looks great. And now nighttime Pokemon are attracted to your area. And as you can see, this is the spawn. That's what it looks like. There's like an extra ring around it. It's got like a really cool, my player has like a really cool radius kind of going around. And we find a Gligar, which above the 10 in the 1310 of the CP, you see that little circle with the icon on it. That means that it is a Moongeist Beam spawn. So you can see that it's a spawn from the adventure effect in the actual encounter, which is very cool. Now we're gonna test this out and see what other spawns that we can get that are like nighttime spawns. But I wanted to test some of the evolutions. So for starters, you need to walk, I think it's 10 kilometers, and then evolve an Umbreon, or evolve an Eevee to get the nighttime. Walk 10 kilometers with an Eevee and evolve it at night to get an Umbreon. But with Moongeist Beam, you can do that during the day as well. So if you need to evolve Umbreon and you've walked your 10 kilometers, or you name it the special name trick, you can just evolve that during the daytime. I don't have any Eevee, I've walked 10 kilometers, so we can't test that, but no, it's a thing. Oh, let's get walking too. And another cool evolution actually is Ursaring can evolve to Ursaluna, which is really cool. Okay, so check this out. So we've got 2 Shadow Shiny Teddiursa. Okay, so let's evolve this over to Ursaring, Shadow Shiny, which is very cool. All right, there's our Shadow Shiny Ursaring, and check it out. We can actually, as you can see, there's like the little clock, because you have to evolve during the nighttime. We can actually get our first ever Shadow Shiny Ursaluna because we have our Necrozma Adventure Effect going up, which is kind of a cool feature of it. And there's several other Pokemon, I think, that you can evolve as well, that you need to evolve during the nighttime, that you can evolve with the, what do you call it? The Adventure Effect. But here we go, that's so sick. Shadow Shiny Ursaluna, first ever with the Adventure Effect. Oh, there's one back here we got, oh, sick, an Amora. And here's a better look, by the way, at like that kind of ring that's flying around you, which is really cool. Visually, that's super sick. And check this out, and a better look at this. So you've got these like kind of black lines that show up, the radius that shows up under the nighttime spawn, and there's also a little ring going around it too. And we got a Rockruff. This is a really rare spawn, actually. Next spawn, dude, these are great, bro. A Alolan Marowak in the wild. These are like pretty premium Pokemon spawning in the wild, like raid boss Pokemon. Next spawn, another Gligar. Clefairy, big one. Alolan Rattata, another Clefairy, and it has run out. Okay, Moongeist Beam. For starters, cost is really good. It's only 3 candy, 3,000 dust for 10 minutes, and for 2 full hours of this, it's 36,000 dust and 36 candies. We're giving that a 5-star. Don't get me wrong, 36 Necrozma candy is expensive, but this is definitely the cheapest adventure effect we've done so far, and one of the cheapest out of all of them. And the spawns are really good, which brings us to utility. Honestly, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5, which feels kind of high. The ability to evolve to nighttime Pokemon while you're out playing during the daytime is just really convenient and great. And honestly, the spawns that we were getting from this were really, really good. Like surprisingly good, with like Alolan Marowak and Rockruff spawning. Like those were great. And then as for experience, I'm gonna give this actually a 5-star. I think it's so cool that you have the little radius spinning around your character, that you have the radius spinning around the spawn, that you can see there's like the black circles that pop up around the spawn, so you know it's like a nighttime spawn. And when you encounter the Pokemon, it's got the little icon so that you know it's from Moongeist Beam, which is really, really cool. Overall, this is a great adventure effect. So now it's time to use the flip side of it, which is Necrozma, Duskmane Necrozma, which has Sunsteel Strike, which pretty much does the same but opposite as the Dawnwings Necrozma. You can evolve daytime Pokemon at night, and daytime Pokemon will spawn on your radius for 10 minutes. So let's use it and see what kind of spawns we get. Same thing, 3,000 dust, 3 candy. Here is the, oh, this looks so good. This is way cooler. This is definitely the coolest one we've seen visually. And then, oh, check that out, dude. It's like a gold bar or gold line going around you with the gold line around the spawns. We got Yungoos. Oh, look at this. Speaking of like golden things happening, shiny Magikarp. This was not off of the spawn. This is like just a pure wild spawn from this event. We got a shiny. That's so cool. On the pier too. Fantastic. It's like shiny Magikarp fish on the pier. Oh, that's so great. And check it out, our daytime spawn, if I can click it, oh, I can. Sweet, is Solrock. So cool. Next spawn with the gold kind of around it is so cool, is Yungoos. Okay, another Solrock. Next spawn's a Pidgey. Yungoos. Solrock. Pidgey. Oh, this is different. It's Cottony. And there it is. It's over. Okay, so Necrozma and Sunsteel Strike. For starters, for cost, I mean, this is also getting a 5 out of 5. I mean, 3,000 dust, 3 candies for this, and 36,036 for 2 hours is great. The cheapest one you're gonna get. As for utility, I think I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 5. And it's just because the spawns were really underwhelming, talking like a lot of Young Goose, Soul Rock, which I guess is kind of cool, Cottony, Pidgey, like not the best spawns, definitely not nearly as good as we were getting with, Moongeist Beam, but there's still some like utility. You can evolve daytime Pokemon during the night if you're just hanging out at night and you need to do that. It's cheap to use, and there are unique spawns that spawn on here. And then for experience, we're gonna also give this, I think I gave Moongeist a 5, right? We're gonna give this a 5. If I gave Moongeist a 4, this is getting a 4. If I gave it a 5, this is getting a 5. Sorry to complicate things. And that's just because, just like with Moongeist Beam, you get this cool, like, thing spinning around you. It looks visually different. The spawns on the map have, like, an orange circles underneath them, and, like, that yellow orangey circle spinning around them. It just kind of makes the gameplay experience really unique and different and fun. Overall, though, I mean, Necrozma and Sunsteel Strike, really, really cool. Now, we've got the last 2 and the newest 2 adventure effects to use, and there's a very specific way to use them. And here it is. It is the Kyurem. Black and White Kyurem are the last ones and the newest ones added during the Unova Tour of 2025. And here we've got Free Shock. This comes specifically on Black Kyurem. It costs 5,000 dust and 5 Kyurem candy, and it casts electrically charged ice for 10 minutes. Basically, it's like a glorified Nana Berry, to where Pokemon in encounters don't like jump or move around. They stay still. And this is the huge part about this, which I'm really excited to use. It makes Pokemon easier to catch. So this is obviously the best for raids, which is why I wanted to make sure that we were around a bunch of raids when we use this. So we've got 10 minutes, 5,000 dust, 5 candies. We're gonna use Free Shock. Here's what this looks like, by the way, on the shiny, which looks insane. And we're gonna try to get as many raids done as possible. Oh, it's so sick, and check it out. Like the radius around me, it's like all like electric. That looks insane. Okay, so let's look at this Smoliv. Dude, this is so cool. Okay, there's like electric everywhere, so the Smoliv isn't gonna move. It's gonna be easier to catch. Wow. You know what's funny is this is the first time I've ever used this. So this is my first time seeing it. It's crazy. There we go, Smoliv caught, great. Now luckily we're on a Tapu raid. Let's see how this works with legendaries. Whew, okay, only 3 people joined the raid. 2 other people joined the raid, so we finally got the Tapu down. We kind of wasted a lot of time, but I finally get to see how this adventure effect works and like kind of if it's worth it, honestly. Okay, go to summary. We're gonna go to the bonus challenge, shiny. Didn't think so. Dude, this is so cool, look at that. It's like frozen. So it's not gonna dodge at all, right? So like, instead of having to wait to hit an excellent, we can just hit excellence. Oh, dude, that is great. Okay, how much easier is it to catch? Can we get it on the first ball? Wow. If we get every legendary like that, this is broken. Okay, there's only 3 minutes left on it though, so we might only get 1 single rated, no. Next Tapu's down. This is the last raid we're gonna be able to do here, so this is really important that we catch this, potentially. Dude, this feature is so crazy. If it's like as good as I'm thinking it is. Okay, sweet. It's not a shiny, which is what we want because we want to test the catch rates. But this is so sick that like the lightning and ice is like below the Pokemon. This is so cool. And it's not dodging. This is ridiculous for legendaries. Because then it's just like easy excellence all day. Can we get it? If we get it on the first catch 2 times in a row, this is something. Okay, nice. Okay, that's fine. I didn't really think that it'd be that OP, like it's like a Safari Ball. But the fact that it's not dodging, which means easy excellence, is crazy. Okay, let's see, 3 balls? Like, what? When it says it's easier to catch, how much easier? Oh man, that's not coming out of 3. Well, strategically speaking here, for this adventure effect, obviously, this is the best for legendary raids specifically. Catching Pokemon in the wild, this is also great for, especially if you're going for like Galarian birds, or if mighty Pokemon are spawning in the wild. This is probably the most useful one other than Spatial Rend, because the catch rates are higher, which is really helpful for Pokemon that run like mighty Pokemon. Caught it. And for legendaries, higher catch rates is the most useful thing that's ever been introduced in the game. That's ridiculous. So when it comes to raiding this adventure effect, man, for cost, I mean, it is 5,005, but it's only 60,060 for 2 full hours of this, which is really nice, especially if you're like, you know, during a raid hour. Actually, what would it be? If you use this during a raid hour, 30,000 dust and 30 candies, and I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5 stars on price, because I think that is extremely reasonable, especially for the bonus that you get from it, especially if you're going after raid bosses. This is great. Granted, Kyurem candy is very hard to come by. I only have like less than 400 of it, so, you know, 60 candies is a lot of candies. Now the next thing, utility. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. No questions asked. The fact that you are stopping Pokemon from dodging and raising their catch rates is ridiculous. So for people who are going out to take down legendary raids, like you literally need this. Like you have to use this adventure effect. This is crazy. So for big events and for raid focused events and for raid weekends, I will be using this personally like the whole time if I have the candies for it. And then experience, the actual gameplay experience of it, I'm giving this a 5 out of 5 as well. It's so cool seeing the like electric shocks and the ice both on the map around you in game and in the Pokemon encounters. Really, really cool, really unique. Again, gives that like extra little special pizzazz in game and just overall is super duper fun. This is way better than I thought it was. That was great. Oh, by the way, it increases the catch rate by 25%, which includes the Pokemon Go Plus. So that's insane for this move. Now there's one more adventure effect to use, and there's a problem. The problem is I didn't play the in-person Unova tour, so I only have that one adventure effect. But Corey is gonna let us borrow his account for a second and use his adventure effect.
Yes.
Because you've got it. Oh yeah. Thank you, sir. This is for science. Okay, here we go. Shout out to Corey. We've got a Kyurem. He got the shiny with the background and fused it. This guy's insane. We've got the Kyurem, white Kyurem, and we've got Ice Burn, the last adventure effect, which also surrounds Pokemon with an ultra cold freezing wind. This time it's wind for 10 minutes. And what does it give you? It basically slows down the catch circle in the encounters, which we'll see, and improves the catch rate by 50%. So Free Shock improves it by 25%, but the Pokemon in the encounter doesn't dodge. Ice Burn improves it by 50% and slows down the circle, but the Pokemon will dodge in the encounter. So you still do have to factor in that. But let's test it. Okay, so 10 minutes, we're gonna use it, 5,000. This is what it looks like, which looks just insane as always. Wow, that looks crazy. And then here you go. Oh, this looks so much different. What the heck? This looks crazy. So the wind's coming in. Whoa. All right. It's a little bit less. Let's see what it looks like in here. Oh, dude, look, there's like ice and fire like around. This is crazy. It totally changes your, what? This is, oh, it's specifically for excellent throws. Okay, we got a great. And then again, our catch rate is up 50%, which is kind of crazy. We only have 10 minutes. So you know what we're gonna test this on? Legendary raids. Boom, Coco down. I can't wait to use this in this raid, especially because I technically don't have this adventure. I don't have this. I can't use it on my own account. All right, we've got our raid. As you can see, it's got this cool effect going on around it, which is so sick. We're gonna use a golden raspberry. It does still dodge. So let's see. And it moves left to right, which is really, really frustrating because that is honestly like the worst part about catching legendary Pokemon is when it does that. So we'll wait for it to come back to center. There we go. Okay, here we go. So, excellent. Cool. It was much easier to hit the excellent. And then now remember, we've got 50% plus on the catch rate, which is like crazy that it's that much easier to catch. Nice. Easier on the excellent. Fantastic. Come on, with like the snow and fire going in the middle. Dude, in 2 balls, caught. Crazy. That was awesome. Okay, let's do another one. Boom, got it. Okay, I think we did this in enough time to be able to use it in this next encounter. Let's go, we got it. Yes, this is so cool, dude. Oh my God, what a great adventure effect. All right, golden raspberry. This is so fun. Watch it, just like, it's interesting though that it doesn't shrink the catch circle immediately down to an excellent, because it does literally say excellent in the description of the adventure effect, but we just caught it on the first ball. This is crazy. This is also crazy. Now, the Pokemon still dodges, right? So that part kind of sucks, but like, I don't know, dude. 50%, like, you just gotta wait for it to dodge and catch it like a normal legendary, and like, you're kind of winning. This one was crazy, and although I don't think I like it as much as the freeze burn, or freeze shock, ice burns, this is nuts. In terms of cost, I mean, it's the same cost as, ice shock, or breeze shock, so we're gonna give it the same rating as the last one for cost. For utility, also gonna give it the same rating. I mean, this is like, it's great, man. Plus 50% catch rate, and it helps you hit more excellence. This is fantastic because, like, I don't know, hitting excellence is hard for some people, so the fact that it shrinks the circle into excellent range and slows down so that you can hit it faster is really, really good, even for XP grinding. Like, the other one is great for catching legendary Pokemon. This is great for just XP. Like, if you're just walking around catching Pokemon and you have this active, you can just be hitting excellence non-stop quickly with this, by the way. So that, I think the XP grinding during events where like you get boosted XP for excellence, with this specifically, with Iceburn, I don't think, man, that feels like an underrated part of this, and that is extremely useful. Utility, 5 out of 5 easy. And then as for experience, also gonna give it a 5 out of 5. You know, your gameplay map kind of like shows the cool effect in the encounter. It's literally snowing and like there's like fire coming down at the same time, which is so sick. And the coolest part is when you go to throw the ball, you know, the screen kind of like gets like frosted over and frozen and the circle slows. It's such a fun, it completely alters the gameplay experience. This is a 5, that is great. Here are all the adventure effects and my ratings of all of them. If you have different ratings, let me know in the comments below and check out the other video pinned in the description because I know this video was great, but that one will be better. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you when they release another adventure effect.